I'm Steph Stricklen with GeekWire Studios here at AWS reInvent 2025, and we're going to talk about AI-powered cyber resiliency. I've got a guest I want to introduce you to right now who can really speak in depth about that. Shane Wilson with Cohesity, the Global Vice President, Worldwide Cloud Business. Thank you so much for making the time, Shane, today.
Thanks so much, it's great to be here.
I want to talk to you first about what you're hearing from your customers. Oftentimes, especially in a place like this, they can come to you, they can bring their pressing challenges. Cyber resiliency, explain it to me in terms of what's going on here at AWS reInvent.
That's a great question. Yeah, we've been just back-to-back in meetings on this exact topic, and what's pressing for customers in 2025 around cyber resilience is not just defending from attacks, ransomware and others, but it's also knowing that you're going to be attacked and assuming breach. How do you actually have a plan and recover from attack without having to pay the cyber criminals money? So there's a lot of work that we're doing with customers proactively around how you get readiness with SecOps and IT ops to defend, but also then how to recover and be resilient. So for us, it's not just around defending, but it's also about leveraging AI and leveraging all your data states in a very trusted way to bounce back quickly and be cyber resilient in the face of attack. So that's the biggest theme. Customers, of course, are global, and some are deploying in, say, 5 or 6 different Amazon regions. And so we have a lot of conversations around what customers need who are in Europe or in the Americas or even sometimes in APJ, because sometimes there are unique challenges in compliance on that basis as well. So it's been a very, very fun reInvent. It's fun to hear all about the AI announcements coming out, and we're doing a lot with Amazon on the AI front too. So, but yeah, it's all around cyber resilience and bouncing back fast.
There are so many conversations happening in the AI space, and I've watched that really just have such a staggering uptick in the past few years. You just had a big announcement involving actually Europe. You sort of touched on it, and when it comes to migrating information into clouds that are unique to the geographical location. Tell me a little bit about what Cohesity is working on.
Yeah, I'd be happy to. I think first I'd start with, we've had a long-standing partnership with Amazon on building strategically, selling strategically, meeting customers where they're at. And what we just announced in a press release last week was our new strategic collaboration agreement with AWS, and that includes Europe. And the basis of that is really all around building unique services, leveraging AI to be cyber resilient and bounce back quickly. And I think I'd be remiss without saying that Amazon's been an investor for Cohesity for many years, so they are continuing to invest in us. We're now making additional investments in the partnership and building together, and that was announced in the SCA. And so we're very excited about our partnership together and helping customers uniquely defend all their data estates. And so customers have a lot of data in Amazon. They also have a lot of data in their data centers, at the edge, sometimes in other clouds as well. And so part of our value, Cohesity's value, is really meeting customers where they're at and with Amazon and helping them bounce back fast and recover quickly. Now that's the broad answer. You talked about Europe as well. We also just announced in a press release today, strategic collaboration with Amazon around supporting the European sovereign cloud. And that's really interesting for us because it is true, as you pointed out, that customers in Europe have different compliance and data requirements and concerns, frankly, than customers in the Americas or customers in Asia Pacific, right? And so Amazon and frankly all the clouds are really intently building unique clouds that deliver services to regional needs, right? And so our partnership is a little bit unique where we're heavily invested with Amazon to support customers where they're at in region on their path to AI, cyber resilience, and cloud.
Coming to AWS reInvent is a fantastic way to do a temperature check on where things are at and also what's coming in the future. From your perspective, what is something that you're sort of leaning into or thinking about? What discussion might we be having next year that's percolating in the back of your mind?
Great question, and some of it's being talked about this year, but it's a little young, and by that some of it, I mean agentic AI, right? So, I mean, I'd say the last year has been the year where AI became enterprise and grew up a bit, right? But it's still very early on in the AI race. And now you've got AI agents running around somewhat autonomously doing their things. And so now you've got agents managing agents, and you have to manage this ecosystem, right? And so part of what we work on now with Amazon and what I think the future is going to hold is how can we help customers leverage AI in a very trusted enterprise fashion. Part of our AI platform is called Gaia, and what Gaia does is it helps protect customers data estates from all over the place. It could be an Amazon workload, it could be a data center workload, it could be one that's frankly in like M365 from a messaging perspective. And we're actively collaborating with Amazon on Gaia as a platform to help customers leverage that for their next act and next phase of AI development. So as we see more AI agents roll out that maybe bring in new threats and risks to the business, we're going to be there with Amazon, right, to support that AI sprawl, as you will, over time. But when I think about next year, yeah, AI is going to get bigger. I think there's going to be more risks with it, but it's also going to become a lot more powerful. So it's also super exciting to see, what can be imagined, right, and brought to life next year.
I want to ask you finally, what are some of either the critical takeaways or important takeaways that you would like people watching this segment to come away with?
Yeah, I think from a Cohesity perspective, a key takeaway is, hey, think about all of your data estates from a proactive perspective. Oftentimes, IT departments are trying to react to threats or react to an attack, and we often become a critical piece of the conversation, sometimes a little too late or in a reactive way. Given the fact that we back up and protect and catalog all data no matter where it lives, we often become a central piece of the conversation, but only after an attack. And so, at Cohesity, we have a focusing on 5 stages of cyber resilience and preparedness. And so we have of course, help our customers think about how would you defend from an attack, how would you recover from an attack, how would you work through the organizational process of people and technology, frankly AI, to be ready for an attack. And the more proactive you can be on that, the better. The more you can test those systems, the better. And that's also our core value, of course, well. So my plug would be, hey, talk to Cohesity early and often about defending and being cyber resilient and ready to bounce back.
Perfect. Shane, thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
I'm Steph Stricklen. You're watching GeekWire Studios.